It's time for another episode of The Oil Stream with Dustin Nielson and Tom Gazzola, presented by Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen.
All right, the fun continues here at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, and it is a game day, and we're going to be live later on today. Tommy Gazzola will be back. You going to sit here or there? Where are you sitting?
I'll sit where
you're
sitting,
here?
I
Okay.
believe. Yeah, and then Joaquin Gage
Gager's
is in
gonna
for
be in.
Cass today.
Okay.
Cass is traveling back from Minnie, took care of some family stuff.
Yeah.
So Gager's in, and he'll have this seat.
I like that.
It'll be good.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Join us tonight, pre and post, right
Fun will
here,
be had.
and only here at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. You can watch it. You can listen to it. What time you guys get going tonight?
6:30 tonight, Ian McIntyre from Sportsnet
Beautiful.
will be joining us.
That's
to
nice.
talk
It opens
Canucks.
up that window, hey?
I was like, because I was going to get Irf on, Irf
Yeah.
Gafar, friend of the show, and our whatever station we happen to be on. And Irf had to back down and couldn't do it. And so we'll get to Irf another time. I was like, who am I going to get on? Can't get Murph because Murph is doing the broadcast tonight. So that's a little tough. And then I was thinking, I saw that Harmon Dial's busy and Drance is busy. So I was like, iMac. And he's a beauty. So this will be my first time having him on the show, and I'm looking forward to it. iMac has been covering the Canucks, I think, since 91.
Really?
He's seen it all.
Jeez, how old were you? I was 10 years old in 91.
I was 5.
So he was there like 3 years before the run, the 94 run.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he's great. Well-spoken. If you don't know iMac, I mean, if you don't watch Sportsnet Pacific or any Canucks broadcasts, just a really well-spoken guy, very thoughtful, kind, and also for a writer, he's a great broadcaster, too. So looking forward to
Some
having
of them
him on.
aren't, but some of them are. I mean, we've seen some
He is-
guys who are
he
just
is very
writers
good.
become really good broadcasters, too.
Yeah,
so.
he's excellent. So I'm looking forward to having iMac, and Gager's ready to go. He's like, what time do I need to be in? And so I was like, whenever you want, man. It's up to you. I'll be here at like 5:30. I'm already starting
Getting ready.
to work on the lineup. That's what I was doing while you were doing Fantasy
Yeah,
Football
yeah.
5.
You're throwing some pregame stuff from the guys in the room and stuff?
Yeah.
Get some Woodcroft pre?
Yeah, we're going to get
That'd
some
be good.
Woodcroft pre.
And we're playing the video, right?
Play the
Courtesy
video
of our
now
great friends at
and
EdmontonOilers.com,
spilling
yeah.
exactly. And
Yeah.
YouTube Trev is getting into the swing of things because he'll be producing pre and post game. And so it's happening, man. Like, I've got my suit. I know we were joking
I
earlier
know,
on the
yeah.
hangout. It's here.
Are you so are you going to leave it and then leave and then come back and get ready here? Or are you gonna
Now
take
I am.
You okay? Or are you going to take it home and then get ready
No,
and then come in?
It'll stay here.
So, oh wow.
Yeah.
So changing over in the bathroom there, or what are you
What
changing?
do you mean the bathroom? We have like studios.
Oh, we
and
do have like
offices.
5 offices.
Middle
here.
of the room. Who cares?
Yeah, YouTube Trev. He's a young guy. Well, you remember what happened with my son,
Oh yeah.
right?
The legend
Tommy
was born.
changed in front of my son when he was 3 years old,
Whoops.
and Marshall goes, "Hey, Tommy, huge wiener."
That's right.
And it still is a thing in the Nielsen household to this day.
Oh,
It's,
God bless Marshall. I love that kid.
It's still a thing.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Oil Stream game day. Super excited about this. If you have any questions, if you're listening live right now, hit us up. Let's go. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. What are you expecting from this team as they come out of the gate? We will have, as soon as we can get our hands on the lineup for tonight, we'll get into that. And if you're watching right now over on YouTube, hit us up in the nasty chat as well. But once again, make plans tonight. Just go to EdmontonSportsTalk.com, watch live, listen live, pregame, postgame after as well. And yeah, we think it's going to be an absolutely tremendous show. Yep. And it's just going to continue to grow as we work our way throughout the year. And I think many of you are going to be pretty impressed with the pre and post with Tommy and Gager.
Yeah, and Gager. So, like, Cass is busy. He's got 3 girls. He's got, obviously, work keeps him busy. And he also loves being an analyst. But we're going to see and hear more when Cass isn't around. More Gager, and we're going to see and hear more Sean Bell as well. So we have a really good lineup. I think we boast an excellent lineup of analysts and former players.
Man, I don't want to toot our horn too much, but
Toot it.
I'd pretty much put Cass, Gager, and Belzy as a group of 3. Well, and then so that's like our Oilers analysts.
Yeah.
But then we mix in on our show, Drager,
yeah.
Button, Gazdick,
Yep.
Noodles,
Yep.
Mike Johnson. I'll put that up against the lineup that any station has in the country. And
Yeah,
I'm not. That's just the truth. That's the best group of insiders / Oilers analysts that you'll find in the country.
Yes.
Which is kind of cool to say for something that we started 4 weeks ago.
I can't. If it's been it's only been 4 weeks of being on air, but like the process has been what, 3 months?
Yeah, it's been a longer process with like pre-selling stuff
Yeah.
and getting everything set up. So, but we're about a month, just over a month in of actually being live.
And now it's nice that people get it. There's been some new people who've come on board and understand, and tell your friends, because it's only going to get better and better, and we're going to continue to build this bad boy up. And a part of it is the Oil Stream pre- and post-game show, which is in or under the Oil Stream umbrella, which is actually pretty genius.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. The Oil Stream podcast, the downloads on the Oil Stream podcast already do insanely well.
Yeah.
So we're just going to be throwing the pre and post game onto that Oil Stream feed, so you don't have to go and sub to something else if you want.
Right.
Obviously, you can watch and listen to everything live, but if you do like to have it at your convenience, and you can watch it archived, obviously, but if you want to listen to it archived, just make sure you sub to the podcast there as well. All right, what's going on with Nima Line in here? Let's start there. We got some people in the chat being like, "What's happening here right now?"
North
This guy.
Side Sandwich. You must be talking about a good panini. Is Nemo healthy? And when he is he going to get sent down? When does he? When he does, who comes up? Well, as far as we understand it, like Niemelainen yesterday was skating in a pair, quote unquote, with Ekholm. And when he's fit to play and deemed healthy, he does get sent down. Sounds like that's the plan. And they find a way to sign Adam Ernie.
Okay.
And he becomes your extra forward.
This doesn't happen today, though.
I haven't heard anything, haven't seen anything, but it's when Niemelainen gets a clean bill of health. That is the understanding. If something else happened, I'd be surprised. I think many would be surprised too. And Ernie has won that spot. We talked about it a little bit yesterday on the Hangout. Was he, as the preseason wore on, you noticed him more. Whether it was him being just a total jerk on the ice and stirring crap up at the end of the game like they did in Vancouver, or just hustling, being in on pucks, grinding down low, chipping in pucks deep, all the simple stuff that usable fourth liners are good at consistently, he was doing, because he understands if he's going to play in the NHL this season, that's how he's going to have to do it, especially on this team.
So tonight, and we'll know more here, but they're skating
in
20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's 11-7 then. If Ekholm can play,
Yes.
if Ekholm can't play, it's 11-6. Like, if you're not going to push Ekholm to go tonight, like the last thing you need, if Ekholm's not 100%, why would you play him tonight?
Well, okay, he looked fine yesterday, but I know he's only been practicing with the main group for a few days, but I don't know, man. He looked fine. I was thinking the whole time, I'm like, he might play tomorrow night in Vancouver.
Yeah. Just
watching him and how he was on. And there were a few rotations. They rotated a bunch. They were doing so many D-to-D regroup, how they want to attack through the neutral zone drills, how they want to defend through the neutral zone drills, but it always had a D-to-D, D-zone regroup. And he was mainly with Niemelainen, but there were a few rotations where he ended up with other guys. And I was like, listen, I know that they're not hitting him or anything like that, but he seemed to be moving all right. They were using him a lot. If he did play tonight, I wouldn't be surprised.
So then it's 11-7.
Yeah.
And that's what you would roll with.
Yeah. Until you figure out this Niemelainen thing. And
it's really weird that a
under the cap.
Niemelainen thing is like of all the things that could hamper your roster construction, even a little bit more, it's an injury. Now Niemelainen was skating. Like, how bad can it be if he was skating?
That's
with
why
Ekholm, right?
we assume it's close. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if imminent is the right word, but close to being done.
I don't know. We'll see. Parts of the Oil Stream are brought to you by Boston Pizza. Watch for a schedule. We will be live at a Boston Pizza location coming up here at some point later on in October. They've got a few things going on here with the season beginning. They've got a youth jersey that they're going to be giving away on game days for October 11th and October 26th. So you can win a youth jersey. That's a nice way to get kids out, get them involved as well. And if you want to watch the Oilers at Boston Pizza, I would advise you, if you want to get out tonight and watch the game, go hit up BP's. $5 off of any medium pizza,
Ooh.
$1 off tankards, and $5.50 for shots, 1 ounce shot. Ooh,
Really?
This could be a real runaway here. $5.50 shots of Jaeger Honey Jack, which I love.
It's a guilty pleasure that I don't need that often.
Honey Jack?
Yeah.
Honey Jack's good.
Yeah, it takes a lot of the sting away, the honey portion.
Purple Rain. What's a Purple Rain?
I'm not sure.
I've never had it. Somebody in the chat or text line,
Yeah.
let us know what the Purple Rain shot is. We know Jaeger, done 1,000 of them. Honey Jack, I like to mix it in. Burt Reynolds, if you're just not feeling like something that really kind of kicks you in the nuts. Burt Reynolds works.
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds works. And then Fireball. So
Burt Reynolds and the
man.
Fireball are old standbys. Fireball I like to call Birdie Juice.
Birdie Juice. Yeah, that's where that
good
one
stuff.
hits.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Purple Rain. Somebody let us know what the Purple Rain is, because that's an interesting one. But, yeah, if you want to go watch the game tonight, Boston Pizza, hit the lounges, the restaurants across the city. And, boy, they got collectible cups at Boston Pizza, too.
Sweet.
And they look nice. So, yeah, a lot going on at Boston Pizza. If you're looking to go watch the Oilers game, they've got you covered on that front. So how important is the start? Not just tonight, but 9-1, 7-3 the last 2 years, but then the dip.
Yeah.
Each of the last 2 years, right? There's this dip, and they come out of it, but they kind of have to work too hard for a lot of people's likings to get out of it, don't they?
Yeah, and that's at this point that is a reasonable complaint. What have the last couple of Stanley Cup champions done from day one of their regular season? Like Vegas, who was coming off a playoff miss 2 seasons ago, was just really good out of the gate.
Yeah.
Was like no holds bar, took no prisoners, and they were consistent throughout. Colorado, same thing. I think even Tampa, right out of the gate, was outstanding. And so I think at this point, if you want to make it clear that you're for real, you don't have any dips. You don't have a little slump after the first 10. You don't have a crappy penalty kill in the first 15 to 20 that sewers some games. You don't have any letdowns from your goaltending. Everybody's on board from day one, and if you mean business, you stay consistent throughout the year. I think that would be a huge indicator as to where this Oilers team is, and then you avoid the December slump too. It's habitually painful for Oilers fans in December.
Got to get through that at some point, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you just got to plow through, and I think now you've built yourself, knock on wood, barring injury that might be unforeseen, to plow through and just don't give anybody any inkling of weakness that they can prey on. So, yeah, it is important. It's cliche to say the start is important, but go out and do it. Just lay the pedal to the metal from day one and don't let off. Do not toy with teams. Do not play with your food or your prey, if you will. Just go and kick the living you-know-what out of anyone and everyone who comes here or you go to their town. Show everybody you're for real. This is the year to do that.
Well, and the schedule kind of sits that way to start, right? Look at the first 4 games at least.
Yeah.
I mean, they should be 3-1. Worst case scenario through the first 4 games, if not 4-0. Canucks, Preds, Flyers.
Yes.
You can look what Draisaitl does to the Preds. Maybe there's a split here with the Canucks in these first 2 games.
I think
but you got to beat the Philadelphia Flyers.
I think tonight's going to be tough against Vancouver. Yes, you do have to beat Philadelphia. Nashville, until like yesterday in the first period, Nashville had 2 shots, and the offensive zone time, I think, through the first 22 minutes was Tampa had been in Nashville's zone for 8 minutes to 2 for the Preds. And the fact that they clawed their way back and, obviously Tampa took care of business at the end of the night. But I was just like, oh, my God. Tampa is just destroying the Preds. And, the Preds put up a bit of a fight, turned things around in the second period. But you got to just go guns a-blazing into Nashville and take care of business. And then Philly, same thing. And then you come back home to face Winnipeg. But there's so many days between games this month. That's the other thing I want to point out.
Yeah, there's a lot of time.
It's a very comfortable October, right? You've got...
it's set up. It's an ideal setup to start the season, man.
Play Saturday this weekend, 2 days off, play Nashville. Day off, play Philly. Day off, play Winnipeg. 2 days off, play Mini. Day off, play New York. 2 days off, play Calgary. Like, it's just a good way to ease into the year. Bumps and bruises heal quicker. It sets up very nice. It's very comfortable.
Once again, if you're looking for a place to watch the game tonight, go hit up Boston Pizza, especially if you like going there and having shots, $5.50 shots of Jaeger and Fireball. Still don't know what Purple Rain is. I don't think I've seen Purple Rain trickle in anywhere. We do have some text messages that we're certainly going to get to. Let's
this one from Rusty Shackelford.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah. You want to get to there's a few here that I want to get to. We can get to that one. This is about our good buddy Stoff.
Yes.
Stoff keeps being cryptic in his thoughts, but is suggesting a decent bottom six forward coming to the team. What are your thoughts?
Thank you.
And I will say this, and once again, we put the offer out to Stoff to come on the Nielson Show. I like to refer to him as future Nielson Show guest.
Yep.
Bob Stauffer, Oilers, if you're watching, we'd love to have him. Promote all your stuff. Promote his show.
Hey.
Lots of good stuff there. Anyway, nobody does the cryptic thing better than Stoff. Now, the reason Stoff has to be the cryptic thing, because Stoff's in the know as much as anybody can be in the know. But he can't just be going out and blabbing and being like, so this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. Now, he doesn't hit on everything all the time. Being cryptic sometimes allows you to miss sometimes because you're like, well, I really wasn't getting into it. But I do think that keeping it cryptic is by far the award goes to best in market, our buddy Stoff.
Yeah, let's get him a plaque.
Yeah. Most cryptic in the market. 2023, 10 years reigning.
Listen, yesterday at the morning skate or at the practice, we chastised him. Some others did. I didn't. I don't like to tease him that much. He's a friend. People were bringing up Sam Lafferty, who he was very cryptic.
He always talks about Lafferty, yeah.
And guess what? We'll see Sam Lafferty tonight. But he actually said, well, we still could see it. Shut up.
Wow.
You're not going to
Look
see
at
him
you.
here.
I'm sitting here trying to calm our friend. You're telling Stoff to shut up right now? You realize that gets back to him, right? And
he's watching right now from the morning skate. That's the way he does things. It's a lot of this, and it gets people listening. That's stirring the pot.
It's brilliant.
It is smart, and it gets clicks, and it makes people ask us, and I don't think so. It's just, let's be logical about this. There's no room. And so I doubt it as like anything coming soon.
So there's nothing great. So it's just Ernie? Like he can't be being cryptic about Ernie. Like there's no way.
No, but that's what he does. Like he talked about Patrick Kane all summer. And we were just like,
I love stuff.
Remember how many times on Oil Stream I would be like, no, it's not happening. No, it's not realistic. And well, Bob said this. And then people would text me, Tom, you don't know what you're talking about. Did we see Patrick Kane to come to the Oilers? Was he even rumored to be coming here? That was just hot talk.
Can you imagine Stoff sitting right here in
I
between
want
us?
it.
That would be incredible.
We went for drinks after the game last week against the Kraken, and I told him, I'm like, we need to get you on. He's like, Tom, they see you as competition. They wouldn't like that. I'm like, I don't care. We will have you on here one day.
Look, I will say this. Very flattered if the Oilers see us as competition.
Great.
Like,
bring it on.
Yeah, let's be honest, though. I mean, they're the Edmonton freaking Oilers.
Yeah.
We're Edmonton Sports Talk. I mean, I don't see us as being like huge. We're just good guys.
5 guys doing
right?
things.
We're just a little group of guys grinding things out over here.
Yeah.
And we'd love to promote the stuff. Let's get Stoff on, man. Like,
let's get him on.
Let's make it happen. I think that would be great. And then we can get really get to him.
Get to him about the cryptic stuff. And I think he would back down.
I do think a lot of people would love loosey-goosey stuff.
Yeah.
Like the stuff you see sometimes at the rink kind of behind the scenes. Like,
Yeah, he can be good.
It's different than on-air stuff.
Yeah.
I think we could get loosey-goosey stuff. Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
Like, drop the shtick. Let's see loosey-goosey
No,
stuff.
I think that would be good.
Yeah.
Anyway, shout out to Stav.
That's
They'll be
our boy.
pretty excited
That's
for
our
the game.
Yes.
Parts of the Oil Stream brought to you by our wonderful new partners. I saw a video for these guys pop up the other day. My goodness, I think it popped up on, I don't know, that targeted marketing on Instagram or something. I was flipping through, and all of a sudden I was like, damn, One Putt. One Putt Virtual Golf, brand new facility, features 6 TrackMan bays, same technology that the PGA Tour uses. Perfect spot for group events, birthday parties, work parties, whatever you want to do. Christmas parties coming up. Obviously, that's something you probably want to get planning right away. They're located at 6816 178th Avenue on the north end of Edmonton. Also, check out, they've got a fall league that is underway right now. It'll run until mid-December. I don't know if you can get in late. It just started this week, so maybe you can slide a spot in there. But visit them at www.oneputt.ca. And I hope they've got some of the video stuff that I saw online posted on their website, www.oneputt.ca. We're going to go check it out at some point. We're going to have to get the crew out there.
Yes,
I
we
mean,
will.
I don't know if we go full-blown Christmas party for us there, because I kind of want to dress up like Santa and have something here at the office. But, yeah, I think that would be fun.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And I'll definitely be taking the Gazzola boys Sunday foursome to One Putt.
There we go. So they're lock in one client. But it doesn't look like somebody just threw up a couple of golf simulators in a big bay that was open, like the bays out here.
Right.
Like it looks high end. Like it looks really nice.
Yes.
You got to go check it out. They've got the bar with all that booze and stuff. It looks awesome. So if you haven't checked it out yet and you're looking to keep that swing in shape throughout the winter, which is actually really important, because then when you get back out on the links, boom, your game's in a spot where it needs to be, courtesy One Putt. So One Putt Virtual Golf. Check them out, 6816 178th Ave, North Edmonton. 6 TrackMan bays. And they have video games.
They've already
it's a
won
part-
me
it-
over with the simulators
It's an
and
adult.
the adult beverages.
It's an adult playland, right? You're going to book your kid's birthday party at Nerfland. You're going to book your husband or wife's birthday party at One Putt. Campbell or Skinner? We should know in about 10 minutes who's in the starter net. If you're watching right now, hit us up in the nasty chat. Who do you think should start tonight? Who would you start tonight? And, of course, 780-218-9999. Tons of text messages rolling in here as people get pretty fired up for game day. Hey, guys, it's Dave here, a.k.a. Average D. I'm new here. What do I expect from the Oilers this year? Less goals against. Average D. Might have to work on the handle a little bit. Like, do you really want people to be calling you Average D?
Well, it depends who's calling you that. But
Yeah.
Dave sounds very modest.
Yeah, it does. Which, if he's calling Average D, in reality, it's probably Small D.
Oh, no.
I'll just say, I'll say it.
No,
I'll throw it
no.
out there. It's probably Small D. K. Gill 97, Skinner, Colin Ellerslie, Campbell to cash my cool bet wager. I'm with you, Chris. I got that over plus 200. Campbell, so that he can prove himself. Shane's in it. Skinner for tonight. Campbell on Saturday. Campbell should start, but it will be Skinner. Campbell, bold prediction. Campbell wins 40 games. Oh my God!
Whoa, that is.
He might not. He might only play 45.
Yeah.
How's he going to win 40? That would be insane. Start whomever. This is from Barteski. Start whoever. Let's just get the goals against down and win these games. Tommy, who do you think starts tonight?
Whoever threw out it should be Campbell, but it'll probably be Skinner. That's how I feel. Like I think if it was truly an open competition, like Jay Woodcroft told us a couple of days or last week, the body of work in the preseason would indicate that it should be Jack Campbell's net tonight. However, yesterday at the morning skate, it was Stuart Skinner working in the starter's net. I understand that they had to fly and then they got to go to Vancouver, and we could see something different. But like Skinner's preseason didn't wow us. It was just ho-hum.
Yeah, it was an okay.
It was okay.
Preseason.
Campbell was a pleasant surprise, and it went from pleasant surprise to fire with the amount of shots he faced, the type of shots he faced, and the results he got. He was winning people over, winning them back. The ones that, believed in him when they signed him and then turned their back on him when he wasn't good. I think he got a lot of those people back with what he did. Listen, I think we made too much of what he did in the playoffs because he was in mop-up duty. Pressure was off. He got the job done in that LA game, but every shot that was going his way, I was like, oh, this has a chance. And he surprised by stopping them. They weren't pretty, but he got the job done.
Yeah.
And Skinner was so bad at times in the postseason that you're just like, I'll take a Jack Campbell right now.
Campbell's been trending as the better goalie for the last 20 games that we've seen these guys play.
Fair. And then he does what he does in the preseason, and it's like very noticeable. Very noticeable. So I think it should be Campbell. I think he won that right to be the opening night starter, but I think it ends up being Skinner when we find out in 5 to 10 minutes here.
But did Woodcroft not say that it was an open competition, basically? But so then if he says it's an open competition in preseason and Campbell plays significantly better in preseason, should it not be Campbell?
Correct. But I'm
going to take Jay to be a man of his word and say Jack Campbell starts.
We had this conversation in that second round series against Vegas where it's like, hey, Skinner he's shaky here. And it's eerily similar. And it's like, well, Campbell's been better, and who do you start? And he went back to Skinner every time. I think we might see that.
Gee, so even that same sort of conversation
it feels to me at least very much like that few days in that second round series where it's like, well, do they go to Campbell? And it was Skinner for the last couple, and you're like, oh, was that the right decision? I don't know. I don't think they beat the Golden Knights. Like the way their back was broken in that Game 5 in the second period, it didn't matter which goalie.
Guys, who cares who starts? They'll split the first two games, I'm pretty sure anyway.
Good point.
They will. I mean, it would be crazy if they didn't. But how does the home road thing tie in here? Right?
I think you split them regardless.
Well, no, I know that, but would you rather start Campbell on the road and then throw Skinner in for the home crowd? Or do you put Campbell in front of the home? Like, what would be better for Jack Campbell? Start on the road or start in Edmonton where if he lets in a stinker early, the crowd's going to be like, oh, like it's like the whole Gager thing where they're like, not this guy again.
Okay. If Skinner gets the start here and he lets a stinker in early, I think he has equal amount of opportunity or chance that people turn on him.
Oh, he's got more leash than Campbell.
Do you think
right
he does?
now.
I don't know.
In the rink, yes.
In the rink.
I think in the rink on opening home night, yes. I would.
don't know.
I think.
I think people were irritated with how things went in goal last postseason.
To the point, like, man, I don't know. I'm torn on this.
Both of these guys are capable of just giving you solid.
Somebody get us the lines. We want the lines.
We're waiting for the lines.
We need the lines. Now we know the lines. I mean, we know the top 6 is locked in. McLeod, Fogle, Holloway, Janmark, Ryan, and the blue line. If that comes in, I guess we'll see how they skate today. This would be a full skate today. It's a full morning skate. Okay.
Yeah, today's not an optional. You don't option Game 1 of the season.
Open it up, Game 1.
Optional.
The season. That sets a bad tone for the year.
Too nonchalant.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think that probably sets a pretty bad tone.
Back-to-backs.
For the year.
3s and 4s, 5s and 7s. Absolutely, you get the optionals going. But there's so much space between games this month that it's like, I don't think we're going to see a lot of optional morning skates.
Tail says, could be a confidence builder here for Jack Campbell. Start him on the road. I would probably start him on the road, and then let Skinner take Saturday night at home.
Okay. I'm honestly, I know we've been debating this for the last 5 minutes. I'm okay with whatever scenario. If I'm looking at it from an Oilers fan standpoint, at the end of the day,
it's not the end of the world. Yeah, you're right.
I just want both of them to play well enough to give the team a chance to win every single night. That's it. That's all I'm asking. That means eliminating the stinkers, both guys, and making the clutch save at the right moment. That's what I want. If that means 905 save percentage and like what's a good GA? Like 2 what? 230.
If you can get a 230 out of these guys, you'll be laughing all the way to the Stanley Cup bank.
Exactly. That just be reliable, both of you. And then I think it gets Oilers fans' comfort level to a point where like they go, "Oh, who's starting? Oh, that's fine. Oh, the other guy's going. Oh, okay, that's fine." Like that would be ideal. To me, as a broadcaster, media member covering this team, I don't care. If you're going to start one guy tonight, I know the other guy's probably starting on Saturday. As long as they both have good nights to open up the season on important days, you're fine. And you get those wins, you're fine.
780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Hey, if you're watching on YouTube right now, first of all, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, give us a sub. We'd appreciate that. We just surpassed 4,400 over there.
Nice.
If you turn notifications on, you'll always know when we're rolling out there. And hey, also hammer that thumbs up. It's like 160 people watching right now. We got 23 thumbs up. Come on now.
We can do better.
What are we doing? Throw the boys a bone. Throw the boys a bone.
Let's go.
Who are we? Who gets these line combinations out first? Who gets them out? Like if it's a home game, our rink guy, Tommy Gazzola, is going to be there. He'll have those lines for us.
Yes.
But who are we looking at on? Is it Jack? Is it Stoff?
Okay.
Is it Tony? Like
I'll explain to you. First of all, someone was texting in earlier, and they're like, "What the heck are you doing at home?" Nobody really travels with the team anymore. The paper guys don't. Sometimes Spec goes. So Gene's not even there. It's always the web guys, OilersTV.com. And always Jack and Bob, and like Mooner's not even there because it's a national game. You're gonna get Harner.
So Jack will be on the radio. Yeah.
And so like the amount of traveling media from when I started to now is like minimal. So the paper guys
just have like your own bus, right? Like it would be a bunch of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very quiet now. But I will say this: opening night, whether it's at home or on the road, there's always this extra level of excitement. When you get to the rink, you want to be there a little bit earlier. You go watch, say in this scenario, you'd go and watch the Canucks. You'd go in their room, even though you're not really gathering anything. You're just kind of getting the vibe. If you know someone on the team, you go talk to them. And then you get ready, and then there's like this buzz. And then so as soon as the guys get on, you're sitting in the seat. You're like, oh, who came out first? Which goalie? Oh, which net is he going to? He's going to the net that they started. That's your starter. And then you get that first rotation of guys. You're noticing what jerseys they're wearing. And like the anticipation gets to you.
Yeah.
And even though you go into the day, say, I'm not going to be that guy that tweets the lines out, you end up doing it anyway because you're just so excited. So I guarantee you we're going to see the same.
Oh, yeah. It's always the best.
Or they're going to retweet each other, even though there's a minimal amount of Oilers traveling.
It's even way better when they're at home and you and Shoggy and Reed and everybody. Boom, 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 boom. But we're sitting here today. I'm just like, come on, let's go. It's the first game of the year.
And that
get us some line
palpable.
combinations. Get us a look inside the starter's net. We got to have it. They should be hopping on the ice here right away. So we'll we'll get into that.
Dial into Oilers Plus here.
What? Think they're putting it up on Oilers Plus?
Sometimes
Ooh,
you
sneaky
can
guys. Sneaky guys. I like that.
Some stuff there.
Parts of the Oil Stream brought to you by One Putt Virtual Golf. Brand new facility featuring 6 TrackMan bays. If you're looking to book a party, let's be honest, do it at someplace beautiful. You can go get a few swings in, have a few bevies, grab a bite to eat, play some video games. One putt is like that thing we would have wanted to get our hands on like 20 years ago,
Yes.
and now it's just going to be an awesome place to be.
Oh, they are
www.oneputt.ca.
They are not live streaming the morning skate.
Well, if they need help with streaming stuff, we got you covered. We can do that. Feel free to reach out, folks. All right, let's. We're gonna have we'll get to a few more messages here. 780-218-9999, and a few messages in the nasty chat as well. Tell your friends we are talking Oilers every single day here at EdmontonSportsTalk.com at noon. Since Stoff was moved on to the evenings, we like the little window that we've got here. Yeah. And whether it's Oil Stream, let's be honest, 2 guys and a goalie is just another Oilers podcast that we do here at EdmontonSportsTalk.com every single day, Tuesday and Thursday, live, right here. Uh-oh, what's this?
All right.
Can I guess who did it?
Yeah.
Okay, the lines are from somebody at Sportsnet?
No. One guy that does still travel, not always, is the Athletics DNB.
DNB?
Yeah.
Oh, a
Forgot
sleeper.
to mention DNB.
Sleeper out of nowhere.
Yeah, DNB. And how about this? optional skate for the Oilers this morning.
What? An optional for the first game of the year?
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Damn it.
Just 7 skaters on the ice and both goalies, Stuart Skinner in the starter's net.
Skinner's in the starter's net.
What is happening as one Dustin Bartholomew Nielson would say?
We got to stop for a second. Why do you always call everybody's? Somebody already texted in about this. Why do you call everybody's middle name Bartholomew?
Because it's funny. It's a funny middle name.
My real middle name is Bo Keith. That's also a funny middle name. I mean, yeah, man, I've heard you drop Bartholomew on a lot of people. I haven't heard Bartholomew on me yet. And, okay.
It's a great middle name. And it throws people off. They're like, really? That's his middle name? Someone actually said you should check out what Nugent Hopkins' middle name is. It's like Jeremy spelt weird and Noel.
Jeremy spell weird. How do you spell Jeremy weird? I-E at the end?
No, it's Jarromie and then Noel Nugent Hopkins. Ryan Jeremy Noel Nugent Hopkins. Not as good as Dustin Bartholomew Nielson, but right up there.
All right. I'm just tweeting out that we're going to dive into this right now. And obviously brought to you by our great partners at Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen. If you're looking for something for lunch or you want to stay in, watch the game tonight, maybe swing through drive-through, DoorDash, skip the dishes, Uber Eats. Why not get your hands on these 6 or 12-piece sweet and spicy wings? Sweet and spicy wings, crispy breaded wings with the spicy ghost pepper seasoning, tossed with a sweet chili sauce. This is absolutely delicious stuff. $10.49, six-piece combo. Gets you the regular side, the medium drink for $12.99. Popeyes are a huge supporter of the Oilers and a huge supporter of us here at Edmonton Sports Talk, so we do appreciate it when you go and hook yourself up a little Popeyes. I still like that blackened chicken sandwich. Somebody texted in to the morning show today and said, Dusty, nothing against a regular chicken sandwich, which is like the whole reason Popeyes exists, but the blackened chicken sandwich is top notch. You want to get that at all of your Popeyes locations. They got one that they're going to be sharing a building with somebody down here on 170th, 178th. All right, we just said it. We just said an optional skate on day one of the season wouldn't be right. And then the Oilers go and drop an optional on everybody today. What's up with this? You said you covered the team for what, 17 years?
17
now in different roles.
Yeah.
But do you ever remember optional game day skate for the opener?
It doesn't like jump at me. Usually it's all hands on deck. And though if you feel like you need the rest or you're on the road, it would just be a quick one, like a quick 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah, get the legs going.
Now they did, I mean, if I were to look at what they did yesterday, they were on for almost a full hour yesterday, but even still, you're on a 1-hour flight to Vancouver, you gain an hour.
Is that maybe why? Because it's technically 12:30 here, and they think that's too close to puck. It's a late puck drop, though.
It's a late puck drop, and, there's going to be the extra 10 to 15-minute ceremony.
This is an all-time buzzkill on opening night.
Weird.
I
think
combos.
It's weird. I think it's weird.
Are you reading into it? Is there something going on?
No, I don't.
But is this something that maybe they're going to dial back a bit this year? More optionals in game day? Like if you're rolling out an optional, I know, but if you're rolling out an optional on opening day, why would you ever have a morning skate any other time? Maybe this is a Woodcroft like changing the game type of thing where it's like morning skates are completely done. Who are the other guys on the ice? Did they say?
Spec had a picture. A Naughty Possum, who seems like a new...
Yeah, I've never seen Naughty Possum
new
before.
Listener, viewer. Thank you, Naughty Possum, who I actually chimed in via the text line and I believe tweeted at me. So I see Vinny Desharnais. I'm going to do a zoom in.
Are you looking at Spec's photo?
Yeah, I'm going to open up in a new tab. I see Vinny Desharnais.
So he's on the ice?
I see...
This is like the romper room thing. I see Desharnais and Skinner and Campbell. And who else? Let me see. I got to bring...
I think that's...
You only see
Ernie. Just by...
Well, that would make sense if Ernie was out skating.
Yeah, and then I see Dave Manson.
Oh, buddy, is this the picture you're trying to...
Yeah, and Mark Stewart. Like...
I can't...
Thanks, Spec.
Yeah. That
Hold
pitcher
the
does
phone properly for crying out loud. when you
pitcher
take
does
a photo.
turn that around, Spec.
Yeah.
God, you're not helping with anything here. All right.
Mark Quinton Spector.
Is that his middle name?
I don't know. If yours is Bartholomew, his is Quinton.
Quinton. God, guys, they also have 2 days off between games.
I know. That's
It's
why I
odd
said it's
to have an
silly.
optional.
I agree.
Is there
Buzz
is there a sickness going through the group? There's
Everyone-
not. I mean, that's just me. kinda
Everyone
guessing. Just
yesterday
like-
was fine.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Like, everyone was in the room and
Yeah.
they were fine. There was nobody, like, held back or...
So will they have extra juice for tonight? They just didn't need or they come out of the gate a little. I'll tell you this.
I don't know.
If they come out of the gate slow tonight and lose like 4-1,
Look out.
people will be looking to this optional morning skate and losing their SHIT.
How dare they?
Yeah.
How
Well, but
dare
that being
they?
said, that's kind of a
It's weird.
actual conversation. If you didn't have a morning skate for the first game of the year, and then you come out and lay an egg tonight, and I don't think they will. But yeah, it's still just so bizarre. I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss of words.
I'm going, like, Lieutenant Eric is now texting in. And the words he's been using are inappropriate. And then he also said, I believe it's pronounced earn.
Wait, why is he texting mean things?
I don't know.
I believe it's pronounced. That's
He's
Eric just
laughing.
lurking outside
He's
the wall
laughing.
laughing out there.
Watch your mouth.
Huh. All right, so Skinner in
Yeah.
starter's net.
Yeah.
We've got that going. This will be one of those things where if Skinner doesn't play well tonight, people will say, well, Campbell had the better preseason.
Yes.
He should have started this game.
Absolutely
I
yes.
am so here for the full-blown meltdown and conversation. Like, this is that first day since we launched Edmonton Sports Talk that we've got to go through the ups and downs of a game day.
Right?
It seems like it's been forever. Last time we were doing it, we were on the old station
Yes.
before they took her off the air.
Yeah.
This
80
is a nice
years.
little rush, buddy.
This is a nice little rush.
Yeah,
I like
it
where
is.
this is going. It's going to be good. 6:30 p.m., the Oil Stream pregame show. Myself, Joaquin Gage, YouTube Trev. I think Owanek might be sticking around to...
He's probably going to help monitor
Yeah.
YouTube Trev a bit.
And so we'll get into it. We'll have the lines by then. So now this goes down to what Jay Woodcroft likes to say. We see who comes out of the gate.
Have a ticket.
Have a ticket.
Okay, well,
Buy
look,
a plane ticket.
we don't... As much as it's fun to see, like, DNB, and sorry to DNB, totally slipped our mind that he might be the guy that drops the skate
right.
news.
I didn't know he was on this trip.
Yeah.
Like he...
Is he on every trip? I would
I think
be
he's
surprised
on
if he's on every
a
trip.
good
but
chunk of them. And
yeah.
so DMB's like one of the few. Him and Speck are really non-Oilers.
No more Titch on the road, hey?
Titch is,
What a
the
shame.
post media, they're not traveling anymore.
Also, shout out to Jerry Matajon, who's covering the Oilers
Big
this year.
G now. Oh, you know who
We
will
love
be
Big G,
sometimes
easy.
too? NHL.com's
Diest.
Derek Van Diest.
Yeah, DVD.
But he has to cover the Flames,
Jets.
Canucks, and Jets. And today, I believe DVD is down in Calgary for Chris Snow's
Oh, for the
funeral.
they did that today.
Sad day.
Yeah.
Obviously, our hearts go to the Snow family and all the Calgary Flames faithful.
All right, so we don't need the lines to know the lines.
We know the lines.
Okay, give them to me.
What are we? It's going to be
Let's just lay it out. We don't
McDavid
need to see the
between
lines.
Kane
so.
and Brown.
Yeah, Brown and
They've been
Kane.
telegraphing that forever.
Yeah.
If they change it, it'll be another.
Draisaitl, Hyman, Nuge.
Yes, and then we had McLeod between Fogle and Holloway.
All the way.
And
Who was on the left there?
Holloway was on the left.
Okay.
Fogle was on the right, and then Ernie was on the left side with Ryan and Janmark.
Janmark in the middle?
Janmark was working on faceoffs with McLeod yesterday. You can catch that video on the Edmonton Sports Talk TikTok channel.
Ooh.
YouTube Trev posted that. I capture it. I send it to Trev. He takes care of the rest.
So you can find that yesterday.
On our TikTok.
Yeah, on the
And then
TikTok.
Trev posted another TikTok video. I believe he got our predictions as well too.
Yeah, he did. Is that already posted?
I don't know. I haven't checked
I'll
TikTok.
have to see. I don't really do the TikTok.
Yeah, me neither.
But we'll have to get into it. So,
Yeah.
all right. So that's what we're looking at. And then we would assume they roll 7D tonight.
Nurse Bouchard.
Is it going to be an even rotating Kulak Cece?
Kulak
Is it going to be an
Cece, which is
even
good.
rotating of Ekholm, Broberg, and Desharnais? Because Broberg and Desharnais skated together, right?
They
So could
yeah.
I guess are we going to see some situations where Ekholm has a little bit, like it gets a extra shift off, and you actually see Broberg and Desharnais together on a third pair.
Right. If you can slip them in against like bottom 6 guys, find them get them ice time that way, ideally.
Maybe.
And then Desharnais gets his PK time. Maybe you
Find
ease
some more time
Ekholm's
for him.
minutes.
Yeah. That's what I think. I think
Right?
you probably
Ease his minutes.
like is Ekholm going to go from not doing anything to rolling out 22 minutes tonight?
I don't think
I'd
that's
be kind of
ideal
surprised.
if he's good to go.
Okay, what do we think of Draisaitl, Hyman, and Nuge? What do you think of that group? I remember when Nuge, Yamo, and Draisaitl was a thing. Hyman is so much better than Yamamoto ever was.
Correct.
But I don't know. I'm not super excited about that line for some reason.
Watching them last week to wrap up the preseason, I thought to myself, I'm like, what's going on with them 5-on-5? They're always okay.
Yes, you're right.
But it's not wowing you, right?
That should be a line that's pretty damn dominant.
Should be. Keyword. It can be. Might be.
Yeah.
But you never look at, I don't know if it's just Nugent Hopkins or you never go, this guy's going to just absolutely tilt the ice this shift. It's always ho-hum, and then he gets an opportunity, and bam, there's a goal. You're like, where did that come from? Oh, Nugent Hopkins made a good play.
Yeah.
He made a brilliant back check that led to a goal last week.
So Nuge sets the tone as the two-way guy.
He's the two-way. Well, Draisaitl, all three of them are pretty responsible.
In the preseason?
In general.
Yeah, but a couple of them are known to cheat a little bit for offense. Like, that
Yeah.
still happens, and it'll always happen
Yeah,
with guys who are at that level. But maybe I shouldn't say it'll always happen. Like, maybe it gets to a point where you don't see them cheat for offense, and 4 or 5 times a year a puck ends up in the back of their net because of it. Like, it doesn't happen all the time. There's 82 bloody games.
Yeah.
But I think you can go back and look at Draisaitl or McDavid trying to head up ice slow quick and be responsible for a few goals along the way.
Or missing a check, not lifting a stick in front.
Yeah, or watching on the back check as opposed to getting. There's areas for those guys to improve in that situation.
Library Pat via the text line 780-218-9999. Pretty sure it's knee, though I did hear someone on a different show say Ernay, which sounded ridiculous. Library Pat.
Nobody called it Ernay.
I hope nobody.
Nobody's calling him Ernay in this market, is it? It's been Adam Erney for his entire career.
Unless that's a joke in jest.
It might be a joke. Nasty chat here. Oilers fans overreacting to every little thing. That's odd. Dusty totally thrives on Oilers fan meltdowns. I know. I do think it's just a little strange that there's an optional on the first day of the season.
Curb with this one. Pool Party isn't even a hockey player anymore. Who saw that coming?
What do you mean he's not a hockey player anymore?
He's injured, but
yeah, he's injured.
I know, but
is he never going to play hockey again?
he will play hockey again.
Exactly. So he's still a hockey player.
I know.
Don't do this right now. Don't do this on opening day.
Don't do that to me.
What's the guy? Hasn't he had like 2 double hip surgeries?
Yes.
What are you supposed to do in that situation?
I know.
Right? Everybody said, "Oh, a cleft palm, the shoulder feels so bad for him." Puljujarvi's got hips that literally can't even move.
I know.
And we're laughing at him.
We're not laughing.
That guy was laughing at him.
Sean,
Sad right there.
I like this one. Ross Atkins ran the numbers. No pregame skate needed.
Well, actually, wait a second. The Oilers have expanded their analytical department.
They have.
Could this be a new thing from analytics? I know the Ross Atkins joke was meant to make us laugh, and it did.
It did.
It was very funny.
Yes.
But could the new analytics man say, listen, guys, morning skates, not necessary, according to the numbers?
Unlikely.
I mean,
but they
just
have
throwing it out there.
sleep studies and rest cycles, and there's a science to it all. I don't know. Maybe Jay was satisfied with their practice yesterday. It was thorough.
So you watched practice yesterday. If you're Woodcroft, you watched practice yesterday, and you go, you know what? This team's ready.
Today was
not
a
like
good
a
day
morning,
for it.
but morning skates aren't supposed to be like, you're not working on anything of significance. You're just getting out and getting your legs moving.
They do like 4 drills.
Yeah.
And then
It's the
they
same
get
thing
off.
every time. It's like 14, 15 minutes,
Yeah.
and then you're done.
Or they'll, if there's something, like if the coaching staff sees some bad habits or something and they want to iron something out or tweak something for a specific opponent, then they'll run through it for like 5 to 10 minutes. And that's the gist of it, really.
Kerbisden says Oilers never had analytics before and had full participation at skates for season openers. If you're just looking to kind of dive into this a little bit too much, I love it.
Yes. And
season is back, baby.
It's back. And the Oilers have had all sorts of different analytics over the years. It's been a, if I could write it, when I write my book.
You're going to write a book?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What's it going to be called?
I don't know. I mean, I witnessed like the worst run organization in pro sports at one point. That was what they were voted as, like, I think it was like 2012 or 13, where it was like the bottom.
Yeah.
I think it was them and the
of
Kansas
like all
City
of
Royals.
Yeah, that's tough.
And not Tampa, but it was like Cleveland, the Browns, the Oilers, and the Royals before the Royals had their reemergence, and the Oilers obviously before they had that too.
Coach Mike is in. I'm just hoping the Oilers didn't catch anything in Vancouver. There was a flu bug flying through the Canucks, apparently. The Canucks gave the Oilers the flu. The team is resting before the game.
Interesting theory, Coach Mike.
Not the case. Although, I will say this. If the Canucks have had the flu bug kind of bust through the team here recently, it might not be the worst in the world just to keep your team away from the rink, just in case the flu bug's going around. But you still rolled your goalies out. So, but you never know. Flu bug can travel, right?
As we know,
one team's on the ice, the other team's on the ice after. It's
the ventilation has been changed and upgraded in all 32 NHL
I'm just
arenas.
saying. Just trying to think of reasons the Oilers didn't roll out a skate today. Penner's Pancakes. Everyone in this chat right now, I'm sure, would take 4% off on the power play and 30 less goals in exchange for soup and stew to have that 905 to 910 save percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially where Campbell was at last year. If you can get Campbell's save percentage to jump by 25 points, if your power play goes down by, let's say, 3%, you'll take that every single day of the week. You're taking from the team's clearest strength and adding to its greatest weakness.
The plot thickens, my friend. What is going on?
I see this. What is happening right now?
What is happening? And it's not just one guy, it's two guys. By all means, take it away.
Campbell's first off. Was it Stoff?
And Speck.
And Stoff and Speck sitting there together like those two old guys in the Muppets who are up in the chains yelling at everybody.
Told you.
All right, so
Now what?
now, okay.
What if he just had to go to the bathroom? Not the case. I'm just kidding.
This is one of the most interesting first days of history.
We're playing games already. Like, not the games, but like the messing with everyone games. Already. Optional morning skate, Skinner and starter's net, Campbell off the ice first. I guess we'll see who rolls out of the gate come game time. J. Bartholomew Woodcroft.
So, Statler and Waldorf. Sorry.
Yeah, those
that's
guys.
that's what I meant. So now is this a thing where the starting goalie is not in the starter's net all the time all year? Think about what's going on here today. Mm-hmm. It's an optional skate for the team. The starter's not in the starter's net,
right?
Unless Campbell's just heading off first and Skinner's still in the start because he's in the starter's net.
And
wow,
and people are like, "There's no starter's net." Well, every team, whatever net they're protecting twice,
that's
the starting goalie works in that net. Like it's like just a thing. It's the thing.
Or it has been a thing.
Has always been a thing. And now we're throwing a wrench into everything.
Just a bit.
This is wild. Text from Rusty Shackelford says, Tommy, what about Campbell's black skates this year? You're an equipment junkie like me. I did look at those yesterday, Rusty. Noticed them. I don't mind them. They contrast the gear. But if he likes them, it's a style thing. I remember Joaquin Gage saying in the mid-'90s when guys started wearing the black chassis, Doug Waite had them, Paul Correa famously, that he thought that those guys looked slower. For a goalie, if he had, like, dark gear, I think it would blend in better, but it did contrast. I noticed it right away. But I don't care. As long as he saves pucks.
Also, anything Paul Correa did looked cool.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, basically. Parts of the Oil Stream brought to you by great partners over at CoolBet. If you want to bet this game tonight, I mean, if you've been following Edmonton Sports Talk today,
what a day.
You've probably already bet everything you possibly can on this game tonight. The one thing we haven't discussed pretty much anywhere so far, like you got the money line, Oilers minus 158. Don't think that line's moved much through the day. No. Oilers minus 1.5 plus 151. The total in this game is set at 7. It is, in fact, the highest total of the night in the National Hockey League, over being plus 106, under being minus 125. Tommy, is this a goal fest tonight? Would you take over 7 goals in this game? And like we said, somebody mentioned in the nasty chat that Stoff is watching the Oil Stream right now and actually would tweet out something just to get us fired up. And that's what good friends do.
That's right. We support one another.
You know what we could have provided Stoff with in this moment?
Tell me.
From that skate. Somewhere to actually say who's starting in net. Stoff connecting on his phone from the rink in Vancouver.
Live.
Where else is that supposed to go right now?
Right. Not on his station.
Right here. Let's make that happen.
Here.
Let's make that happen.
How about this one from...
He didn't tell me. Seven goals.
Oh, right, over under. I'll take the under. I know earlier...
I think I might be on the under, too.
On the Nielsen show... Someone described a thought process on the over, sloppier start to the season, ugly goals more prone to occur. I still think this one will be a tight game. I think it's going to be close. I did make the prediction on our TikTok. I won't give it away because I encourage everyone to check our TikTok. And but I would take the under on the 7, and you'll see that in our TikTok post that YouTube Trev is working on.
I can't remember what my prediction was.
I think it was similar to mine.
I think
I had not seen yours, but Trev was like, I think you and Dusty had the same one.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can you imagine a wilder start?
Yes, because in the nasty chat, Chris Morris wrote, Campbell starts, Skinner comes in on first line change, Campbell starts second, Skinner starts third, Woodcroft playing 3D chess.
Oh, that would be amazing. I think I saw somebody else in there as well.
I love it.
Laid it out really nicely. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, from Russell. Woodcroft off to a hot start by throwing mind games so early into the season.
Yeah.
I mean, the Vancouver Canucks, what if their coaching room right now is like us? They're like, oh, optional. This is weird. What's going on with the optional? That doesn't make any sense. Road team, optional, game day, opening season. Oh, well, that's a Skinner's and starting it. What? Campbell's off the ice first? How are we supposed to prepare for this game?
Oh. We got to print out 2 goalie charts?
That's the last thing you want.
Yeah. Think of the paper and the trees. I don't think Rick Tocchet is that in-depth. I think he's more matter-of-fact. But his assistant coach is probably more thorough. He's a delegator, it feels like.
We'll still see who starts this game tonight. But 40 minutes ago on Oil Stream Uninterrupted, tell your friends, I did say I'm going to believe Woodcroft is a man of his word.
Open competition.
And his word was open competition for the pipes on opening night. And if it is, in fact, Campbell, then we have confirmed here on October 11th that Woodcroft is indeed a man of his word. And you know what happens for most men of their words?
They stick to them?
They win championships.
Oh,
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
So something to look at heading into the game tonight.
What a show. We didn't even talk about the Canucks.
No, it's okay. We don't need to.
Okay.
All right. You'll be talking about the Canucks a lot tonight, right? What do we got going on tonight?
All right. Tonight, Oil Stream pregame show, 6:30 p.m. You can watch right here on the Edmonton Sports Talk YouTube channel, or you can listen live on our audio stream, and we'll have Ian McIntyre from Sportsnet to give us the scoop on the Vancouver Canucks. We'll also have Joaquin Gage in for Matt Cassie, and Cass traveling back from taking care of some family stuff down in the U.S. He'll be back Saturday, so Gager will be in studio with us, YouTube Trev and Matthew Iwanek on the production side of the show. We'll have all the line combinations. We will update you on whatever changes or plot twists occur as we witness the players come out of the gate tonight, as Jay Woodcroft likes to say. We'll have interview sound bites and video to watch as well. So a lot to get into. We'll do predictions and all that good stuff too. We want plenty of discussion, so tune in, text in.
It's going to be the place to be, man.
All of it, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be the place to be for the pre- and post-game. Boys are pretty excited about it. I'm pretty excited about it. It's the latest. Marshall's got power skating tonight. It's timing night.
Mm-hmm.
They get time tonight on a bunch of different things. I might try to sneak back over after this game starts, watch it with the boys.
You should, if you can.
Yeah, I might.
It's going to be good.
I think it'll be fun opener, right?
Gager's going to be engaged and ready. Gager, if you're listening right now, bring the leather jacket.
Oh, that would be incredible. Yeah. God, I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
Huge thanks to our partners, One Putt Virtual Golf, Boston Pizza, Popeyes, and, of course, Cool Bed, who's driving force here at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. This was a fun show. We're just getting going, man. I
can't believe an hour's already up.
I know. It's gonna be a great game tonight, and we'll be breaking it down tomorrow. Oh, also, this just drops. Upper Bowl at Commonwealth.
Yeah,
close next year. We'll have that discussion on the Nielson show tomorrow. That'll be a hangout topic for tomorrow for sure as well. By the way, I think it's Mark Majot and Gager on the hangout tomorrow.
Excellent.
Oh, beautiful stuff. How good was Gene Principe today?
Phenomenal.
Yeah, good stuff.
We talked about haircuts for half an hour.
That's what the hangout is.
Yes.
It's a good time. All right, for Tommy Gazzola, I am Dustin Nielson. Thank you very much for joining us for the Oil Stream. Tommy will be back tonight, Oil Stream pre and post, right here and only here at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. He will talk to you then.